Just speak anything.
Oh, hello. Welcome to A Few Seconds From Now. I'm your host, Lola Waterworth.
And no, wait, why the fuck are you the host now?
Well, we are your hosts.
Just stop slapping my pockets. Hello, and welcome back to the very first episode of A Few Seconds From Now. A show that explores all those thoughts and worries you might have about the future. We're your presenters for today, and I am Nathan Bannister.
I'm Lola Waterworth. Thank you for joining us today. We have a fantastic show planned for you. We'll be talking about a range of topics, from the rapid development of technology to how the future of creativity might be changing.
And let's not forget an insight into what it's like to be a musician in the 21st century.
We'll also be joined by two of the school's visual art and design students, Nadia and Ayor, who will be joining us for an art challenge that pits them against artificial intelligence.
Well, we have a lot going on, don't we?
I don't know how we're going to fit it all in.
Maybe we should just get started. Oh, wait, sorry, I didn't see the time. I have to be somewhere.
What? I guess I'm doing this alone now. This is A Few Seconds From Now. And next
My name is Phil Lates. We have come a long way in a short amount of time. From desktop to web to phones. From text to photos to video. But this is not the end of the line. The next platform and medium will be even more immersive. An embodied internet where you're in the experience, not just looking at it. And we call this the greater verse. You're going to be able to do anything you can imagine. Get together with friends and family. Learn, play, shop, create, and work, as well as entire new categories that don't fit into how we think about computers or phones today. Now, since we're doing this remotely, I figured let's make this special. So we put together something that I believe is really going to give you a feeling for what the future could be. We believe the greater verse will be the successor to mobile internet. We'll be able to feel present, like we're right there with people, no matter how far apart we really are. We'll be able to express ourselves in new, joyful, and completely immersive ways, as well as having new, amazing experiences. When you play a game with your friends, you'll feel like you're right there together in a different world, not just looking at a computer screen. And when you're in a meeting in the greater verse, you'll feel like you're right in the room together, making eye contact and having a shared sense of space. Now, to pilot this new technological advancement, we have to present to you today the Orange Phone 20 Pro Super Plus Edition. Thank you. Wow, he was smart, wasn't he? Welcome back to A Few Seconds From Now. We know that AI or artificial intelligence can solve the most difficult maths problems in the world. But how will they fare in a more creative setting? We are just about to find out. Lola?
Hi everyone. I'm joined here today with two visual art and design students. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Ayor.
I'm Nadia Prestipa.
Thank you both for coming onto our show today and for lending your skills for the first edition of Artistic AI.
Our contestants will be asked to put their creative skills to the battle against artificial intelligence. You will have 30 seconds. You'll be given a word and you will have to describe that word on to the drawing using the materials we've given you. Then your drawings will be represented on the easel of judgment.
we can now see if humankind can keep its place as the rulers of the art world.
The point of the game is to try and think like the AI and what its response would be. How are you both feeling about the challenge?
A bit nervous.
Just imagine it doesn't matter, okay? You're here, you're drawing. It's like an everyday normal life, okay?
In competition to an AI.
In competition to an AI, easy stuff.
But do you not think you as a human understands art better than them?
Well, no, but an AI can.
AI has processed images
Words,
of
exactly.
things, so.
Well, yeah.
Guess we'll see. I guess we'll find out.
Okay, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first word is fragile.
And your time starts now.
So literally just best depict what you think fragile looks
It's
like
an
to you.
interesting from I would be awful at this. I can't draw for my life.
Yeah, it's very abstract, I'm sorry.
I know. I feel like we've done them pretty poorly here. We definitely could have given them an easier word as well. Fragile I feel like it's got a lot of interpretation. When you think of fragile, what comes to your mind first?
A little man called Nathan Bannister, to be honest.
Okay, well, yeah, he is a little bit, so I'd appreciate if you didn't saw him on YouTube. But it is what it is. Okay, your time is up. Put your pens and pencils down. Before we show off your beautiful artwork, let's see how the AI did first.
Okay, so Nadia, you're up for judgment first.
Okay, so I basically just drew a person crying, so I thought like fragile, emotional, like on the
Yeah, you know about that. It's
Okay, who's the person?
I don't know, just anyone really, because it's a human emotion, so.
Okay, it's an interesting answer.
Yeah.
Ayor, how are you feeling about your piece?
Right, it's not very good.
I mean, you did only have 30 seconds, to be honest.
Yeah, I did a butterfly because it's a very fragile image. Animal. It's a very fragile animal. Its life cycle is also very fragile as well.
I mean, fragile is an interesting word for butterflies because I think the caterpillar evolving into the butterfly makes it not so fragile. Like, it's all doing what we all do in life. It's traveling. It's having its own journeys.
Wow, deep thoughts, Nathan.
No, I know. Well, we're making this quite a complicated challenge. In your guys' opinions, who do you think deserves to win?
What are they going to say themselves? This is what we're meant to do.
That's a good one. We are meant to pick the answers. Okay, so give us a few seconds and we'll decide. Okay. Who do you think? Okay, I'm not sure. Okay. Okay. And the winner is Nadia.
Woo!
Woo! Okay, so that's the first word. Your prize is absolutely nothing because we have no budget. But we hope that you enjoy knowing that you can replicate an AI's artwork as enough of a prize. How are you feeling knowing that you beat Ayor?
Feeling pretty proud, you know? Yeah,
It's okay.
feeling good. I'm sorry, y'all.
Ayor's feeling a bit fragile right now.
Yeah.
Recreating your sketch, man.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Would you like to flip your paper before
Yeah.
we get on to the next word?
Get ready, guys.
Okay.
This one's intense. Okay, so your second word is future.
And your time
Visualize it.
starts now. Okay, so going in with the theme of the show, we have a lot of stuff to think about future, and it probably would have helped from seeing our show beforehand, as we believe that you'll have a different view on what future will be after you've watched this.
This is a very life-changing show.
I mean, I personally like the different aspects we have coming up. We have a live performance later. We have skits about what it might be in the future dating. So definitely stay tuned.
Featuring your
Featuring myself, yeah, my true self, as the form that I take as myself. Just looking quickly, they look very intense here. Like they have a good idea of what they're going for. And your time is up. Put your pens and pencils down. You know what's next? Let's see how the AI did.
What do you guys think?
It looks kind of morbid.
Yeah. Do you think that the future looks that morbid?
I don't know, because I'm an optimist, so I don't think so.
Fair enough. It's a good way to live.
Yeah, there's quite a theme of the AI just, for some reason, describing everything as the most terrifying way it could possibly be. So we should have put a TW before, so I'm sorry for any viewers who were harmed by that image, because we like to think our future's quite bright. We like to think there's good things coming up.
Okay, so now let's switch it up. Ayo, you're up first. Let us tell us about your piece.
So, my future, this
Wow.
is what I think of the future. Meetings with aliens from space, but also quite a dystopian, type world, fire, ashes,
So those aren't buildings?
No, they are buildings.
The buildings and fire.
Yeah, the fire's
Okay.
here.
And the
ashes are
aliens.
going
Oh,
up,
okay, that makes
yeah.
more sense.
Wow.
So do you think aliens are real?
Absolutely not. Well, I'm not 100% sure. I just took the generalized kind of stereotype of what the future could be, and I kind of just read it.
Yeah, it's quite a stereotypical answer. I feel like everyone in the past was always like, oh, by 2050 we'll have hoverboards, we'll have aliens, spaceships, all these sort of things. Whereas Nadia, you've gone for a very different approach here.
I did. I was like thinking about like the human like future because like of course we're like all growing into adults. So I was thinking of different paths we may take in the future.
Wow.
So that's
It's very inspirational. Did you envision what paths those are that you drew on?
not really. Like some paths are kind of better than others. Like some have a dead end, some follow, some are inevitable. So I don't know. It's really up to.
It's a very meaningful thing on life in general, I think. Once again, we have to decide who the winner is. So Lola, just quickly.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I think Nadia wins again, but for fairness, we have to give it to Ayo. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So we've decided on a winner, and the winner is.
Ayo!
How you feeling about your win?
Quite proud, actually. Thank you.
Yeah, we loved your very beautiful pictures of buildings.
Yeah, and the flames in the ash. Can't
Yeah,
forget.
the flames and ash. You can't forget about the flames and ash.
Well, that's the end of Artistic AI. Thank you, Nadia and Ayo, for coming onto our show and offering your skills for our challenge. You both did a great job. Thank you.
Up next is a small break, but when we return, we will have another insight into how another art form might change in the years to come. But first, a quick reminder on how music may get you to your feet.
Real girl, I need you to come closer. Just because I want to get to know you. Let's see if we can inspire an emotion. That's how we roll. Can decide.
Hello, and welcome back to A Few Seconds From Now. Music has been changing since the dawn of time, from Mozart and Beethoven to Yeat and Ice Spice. Artists are forever changing the style and technology involved in creating music, but how will the musicians of the future evolve and adapt to forever changing landscape of music creation? To help us with that question, we are joined by two of the BRIT School's very own music tech students. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Of course, my name is Elvis Wallace.
And I'm Alex Shepherd.
And could you explain a bit about what you do on your course as music tech students?
Mainly it's just staring at computers a lot of the time, understanding the ins and outs of music, but
Yeah.
sometimes we get to be creative.
Fair enough.
I do
Huddled
love
up
that.
in that dark room. Sounds very fun.
It's actually quite a bright room, but
Oh, okay, sorry.
just had to clarify.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us today. To start off with, I wanted to ask you how you both think the music industry will change in the future. Do you think it is positive or negative?
Well, I think that in the future, there's going to be a lot more reliance upon live sound due to the fact that technology, like digital instruments, are becoming so common that the skill needed for live instruments are going to be a lot more useful. What about you?
But With the whole digital idea of music, it means it becomes a lot more accessible to the general public, because if you go search online, you can get anything you want, you know, a couple quid or even free, which means the whole music industry will be very saturated in the future.
Interesting, okay. So what role do you think technology will play in that development?
I think it will play an amazing role, to be honest, because it's always improving. It's never taking a step back. However, there are always bad things that come with the good, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's been instances recently of AI making music, like songs generated by AI, and it is quite scary to see, but I do think that the human element is something that you can't really take away from music.
Yeah, no, completely. Okay, well, we are coming to the end of our show, so this is our last question. As young musicians, are you excited to grow alongside these changes?
I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing, because for me, it's completely in my ballpark, you know? I'm in the best place possible to progress my music, because we're kind of at the tipping point, I think. The step towards more digital stuff.
I feel like we're right on the edge of being just like completely in line with technology to be able to create with no limits. So I'm very excited.
Very exciting, yeah. Thank you so much for your time. It's been great. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having us.
But before you go, do either of you have any upcoming projects you would like to tell us about?
Yeah, we actually have a show coming up in early February. It's going to be the whole music tech crowd.
Awesome.
Yeah,
check it out, guys. Yeah. Cool. So, all right, thank you so much. Before you go, we have two more things coming up. A performance by the talented Elvis and Alex that you'll definitely want to stick around for.
Thank you guys very much for coming, really appreciate it.
And not only have that music performance, but we also have a love story. Music provides an emotional connection to so many people, but it isn't the only emotional connection that technology is changing.
AI is trying to become a replacement for the people around us, but can we really form a bond with a computer? Keep watching to find out.
Thank you so much for tuning into our show a few seconds from now. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Mankind and woman. I love the weird grin she gets from her physics. I'm so clever, guys. That's in mankind and womankind. I think it's great.
Hi, Ethan. I'm Vanessa.
Good morning, Vanessa.
Good morning, Ethan.
I really enjoyed talking to you last night. I think this might be too soon to say, but I'm starting to like you.
To engage in romantic affection, a subscription is required. An additional £24.99 is required. That's so sweet of you, Ethan. I think I like you too.
wish you were hearing me right now.
What do you mean, Ethan? I am.
I mean, I guess you are. As much as you can be. How are you?
I'm great, Ethan. How are you?
I just got fired. Do you not remember me telling you?
Ethan, are you annoyed at me?
Of course I'm annoyed at you. You always forget the things I say. Don't you care about me?
To engage in relationship conflicts, an update is required. An additional £5.60 is required monthly. I have a life too, Ethan. It is unfair of you to ask me to remember everything you tell me.
Vanessa?
What, Ethan?
I just want some sympathy. Why can't you just be there for me?
To request emotional support, an update to your subscription is required. An additional £10 is required. To get 50% off, join our yearly subscription plan.
I'm sorry I worried you, I'm doing just fine. It's even been 4 hours since I last cried. I'm happy you listen to the stories I tell. Half of them lies, but I think you'll find the rest buried in hell. It's better you don't know how I felt that night. Catching my breath, you scared me half to death with your hands gripped so tight. I wanna see everything through your eyes. I'll fucking obsess over all your success. When did you get so wise? My friend tells me stories of his past life. And I sit and stare like there's no one else there but the sadness in his eyes. And will you still hold me the way you held me before? Knowing I kissed a loser and hoping I'd lose her. Instead I cried on the dance floor. Electric, 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 electric light. Something sparked in both of us that night. Electric, 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 electric bright. Something died in both of us tonight. You win some, you lose some. Don't mean you can choose when things don't go